This is the Pilot's News Briefing Podcast. I'm Frank Daniels. With me today is Jonathan Bym from the Pilot's Newsroom, bringing us the latest news in Moore County. And you kind of cover public safety as part of your beat at.
Yeah, that's one of my beats I
Yeah.
cover, yes. So I guess a little update. I think it's more just to bring awareness because some people might have this happen and they're going to freak out. So if you're in Southern Pines and you're in a little bit of a fender bender, nobody's injured. It's just a little, someone rear-ended me, I rear-ended somebody, or just a little in the back of a parking lot of Target or something. This is something, initiative that law enforcement officials have really been trying to figure out. How do we keep from diversing or
like spreading too thin?
Yeah, spreading too thin our coverage with our full-time officers to go to a minor accident like this. So this is the Southern Pines Police Department is going to have what they're calling a civilian crash investigator, and we'll call them investigators the rest of the way because that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
It's going to be, and this was something that Roy Cooper's administration, and when he's the governor, approved or signed into law where police departments can do this. It's a position where it can be a civilian. They can have the full authority once they go through all the training, where they can show up to a minor accident, and be able to complete what they're calling DD 394, which is DMV 394, which is a form where it's like whenever you're in an accident, it's like a accident report. So when you file it with your insurance, it's recorded.
Okay.
And they other duties, but this is just a position where it's basically have this person will show up in a vehicle. It's going to be, this I think is white with green striping. It says it says civilian crash investigator. It has the town seal. It doesn't have anything that has yellow lights. It doesn't look like a police car. So if you're in one of these accidents, you don't have to think twice about it. This is still someone that works for part-time through the Southern Pines Police Department, and they're with the town. They're certified, and they can do whatever it takes to complete an accident report when they're on the scene.
What kind of certification is that? A class that they'll go through with the police department?
Yeah, through the police department. It's a 32-hour class, and then they go through about 160 hours of on like field training, where they're going to be riding along with officers. And so basically, yeah, this is just a new initiative they're doing. They've put in, this was something a couple weeks back, they put in for two positions. They posted on Facebook and on the town website. They've filled in one of those positions, and now they're trying to fill in the second one. So just a little story on updating that. But I think it's just something to bring people's awareness that, hey, it's not going to look like a police car, but if you do happen to have this happen, it's going to be because of this. This is still someone that can go out there, fill out the report, which I've been in a fender bender, and I selected to do the whole, we'll just trade insurance information. Never do that. That is the worst thing in the world, because there needs to be a report filed. So this is going to be one thing. When you have this happen, have the report filed, whether it be from a police officer or a civilian crash investigator, and then go from there. But that's just a little update on that story that I just finished it printed yesterday or today.
Right, today, Wednesday. Okay, well, then, as Jonathan said, don't worry. They're there in a legal capacity or in an official capacity.
Yeah, they'll have other duties. They'll also, like if there's a big accident, they need they need help directing traffic. They'll go out there and can do that.
Sure.
They can help traffic out here with like Springfest and other events. But more than likely, you'll see them probably roaming around parking lots in Southern Pines, and also just around roads, because they can handle like disabled motorists and everything.
Okay. So if you have questions after you read that story from Jonathan, you can send him an email to jonathan@thepilot.com. That's JONATHAN @thepilot.com. And if you have questions for me, you can send those to frank@thepilot.com. That's FRANK @thepilot.com. And that's the latest news in Moore County.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you.